world, welcome to yet another episode of Queens. I'm always very excited to be back here, and today I have a special queen in the building with me. She is from my beautiful country, Uganda. I love hosting my own people, not just like Boboka, but I love you all, but it feels special hosting my own people. So there's been a lot of things on the news, especially sad stories about our beautiful sisters who leave our country, Uganda, to go to look for greener pastures, especially in the Arab world, or what you want to call, or what you might call the Middle East. So today I'm interested in knowing more about this gorgeous queen who left Uganda to come to an Arab country, and let's get to know what really happens. Is it always bad, or some people actually have success stories? Let's have a look at a few things about Doreen, and we will be right back. Welcome back from that short break. So I guess you have seen what a difference it makes when you leave your own country and fly out to another place. Well, the grass might be greener on the other side, but the reasons could be that because it's watered. Anyways, Doreen used to work in one of the sports betting companies, I beg your pardon, and from there she came to this Arab country, and guess what she was doing? Let's get into the story. Doreen.
Yes, please.
How are you, my dear?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you here.
We thank God.
Are you okay?
I'm very fine.
Relax.
Yes.
Feel at home. This is Queens. This is home. Okay. How are you doing? How is work?
Work is good. Everything is okay. Though we get some challenges, but still we need to stay strong.
It happens. Life is not perfect.
Indeed.
So let's get to know your full names. Of course, maybe where you come from exactly in Uganda, and what you were doing before.
Okay. My name is Chisache Doreen.
Okay, Chisache.
Yes.
Very nice name.
I come from Natete Wakaliga. That's where I was born and raised.
Born, wow. City
yes,
born. Okay.
But Uzala Masaka. Yes.
But na Masaka nganze. That's
yes.
Nice. Okay, where exactly in Masaka? Hosanga manyiu.
Exactly in
Oisa mu town in Masaka.
It's
Chaba kuza kulwembarara Mbirizi.
Manange, this is so.
Mama wakulira mu kibuga that you don't even
remember. Just
it's fine.
It's
fine, never mind. So, wali okola mulimo cha Uganda before?
Nali nkola before I came. My latest job nali nkola in a sports betting company as a shop manager.
Wow. How was it?
It was not bad because wali batuwa kasente. That time those companies were just new in Uganda, so they had some money on them, and the fact that I was a shop manager, yeah, you end up having like 600 on your account.
Nice.
600 Ugandan shillings.
But
yeah.
that wasn't bad. So checha kutengula. What really compelled you into, wanting to leave Uganda and going abroad?
Things started changing a little bit.
Something
started changing. Nga sente kale zimala, but something came up and nebanzikisa madala, and they wanted me to be like the other customer service things and all that. Ngate sente ezo ziri wansko mitwalo nga 35. No, that was so little for me, so I decided to sit home and see if I could get something better.
Walina kubuvunanyizibwa obw'amaanyi, for example, like did you have kids or were you married?
Yes, exactly. I have 2 beautiful daughters.
Oh, bless them.
Yeah, Treasure and Trinity, I love you so much.
Amazing names. Who chooses these names for you?
Actually, the first name Treasure was chosen by my in-law. She's called Immaculate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she had a friend who was abroad and their baby was Treasure. So we came up with, she came up with the name Treasure.
Wow.
Then Trinity, it's me who came up with it.
Amazing. So how old are they?
One is 8, one is 7.
Oh, wow, great. They're big girls now.
Yeah, they are.
Amazing. So, without wasting any more time, our point of interest today is about companies. Ezitwala abaana ebweru, especially in the Middle East, or baze bayita ensi z'Abawarabu, that's what people call it. So you happen to come with one of these companies, right?
Yes, I did.
How do you get to know about this company, and Checha, what made you trust them?
By that time, that was 2017, these companies were so popular.
Okay.
They were so popular, like they were making advertisements on TV stations, like Bouquet Day, it was everywhere.
Gabatekako salary 3M.
I know. So it was a thing that time. People were going out. People were going out. And since I had just lost that job, I was like, oh, I think I can make this.
Give it a try.
Yeah, I said, let me give it a try. And I didn't have a passport, by the way. I had to think about it. I was like, okay, let me go for a passport first.
Okay.
I went for a passport. My dad helped me a lot. When he heard I was going for a passport, he was absolutely happy.
Because he knew you're planning to travel.
Yeah.
Wow, nice. So did you think about your kids at this time? Because you had them already, right?
Yes, I had.
So did you think about these kids? Like,
I really thought about them, but since they have a very strong family, I thank that family a lot. My mother-in-law, my father-in-law was so supportive to the brim.
wow,
He supported me. I don't want to say he supported me more than my dad, but financially he did more than my dad, because he is a little bit stable than my dad was. Yes.
He believed in you.
He did. Even he did more than anyone, more than his own children. He believed in me, that I could make it.
Had you heard some of the stories of, you know, the girls who are taken to different countries and then, you know, wrong things happen to them, some of them die there, and we never get to know the real stories? Had you heard about these stories before you considered traveling?
Yes, I did.
You didn't get scared?
I did hear about that, but Mimi, some situations in Uganda, you feel like, let me go.
Seriously?
Yes, for sure.
You're like, kangeze soul wange.
Yes. I actually told it to one of my friends. I told her, you know what, I will go. She told me, no, don't try. They will do this to you. They will do. I told her, no, I will go, because I don't think I'm going to do anything here again.
Wow.
And she was amazed. I kept on doing it, getting my visa. And she was looking at me like, you're serious? You're going? And I told her, yes, I will.
Wow. So it's the conditions ebintu byonna ebyali bigenda mu maaso ng'olaba embeera Uganda tekyasoboka.
Imagine that was 2017. What about now?
So you approach this company. What do they really ask for in the beginning?
So I went ahead, went to the company with the photocopy of my passport, because on the advertisement they will tell you come with 2 passport photos, 200 Ugandan shillings for registration.
Okay.
A photocopy of your passport and photocopy of your ndagamuntu, the ID, and your second in command. Maybe your dad, maybe your mom. That's what I did. I went to their offices. I won't mention that place.
Yeah, no problem. Yes.
Yeah, so when I reached there, they told me, okay, you'll open up a file and we'll put everything in your file. We will be sending you messages on the updates of the jobs we have.
Okay.
Yeah, basically I wanted to go to Dubai. Yeah.
Why Dubai?
I mean, no one knew Qatar.
Yeah, it's true.
I feel like no one
Before I
knew
came here, I
Qatar.
didn't even know there was a country called Qatar. I swear to God, I didn't know.
And I felt like, what's Qatar? No, it's Dubai for me.
Yeah, that's what you wanted.
So they were telling us, okay, you go to Dubai as supermarket attendants. So you waited
All
for
of
the
you?
visa.
Or was it just you?
Those were the available
Jobs.
Advertisements, actually, without visas yet, but they're advertising. Supermarket attendants, swimming, what is this called?
Lifeguards.
Yeah, lifeguards. And that lifeguard was badly needed.
Okay.
But I didn't know how to swim. And the guy set us aside. He was like, guys, if you don't know how to swim, don't bother.
Of course.
Because you're going to do a training in Sheraton. There's a big swimming pool. You have to dive deep. nengamba wo
sijja kusobola.
Leave that.
Right, so companies ziba saba sente nga mmeka apart from registration. I'm sure that they charge you for we are going to fly you out and all this. So baba balira packaging eriko ticket and everything, like baba charging batya
bakubalira buli kimu. Bakugamba ze zino sente zolina okutuwa gwe guno omutemwa gwa sente era oba olina okuzireeta ati osooka n'okolako like a deposit before the visa comes out. Then when the visa comes out, that's when you finish the whole money.
But approximately around how much?
Approximately 6M. Yeah.
Okay.
Plus
but
the ticket and the visa.
Does that differ depending on the country where you're going
and also depending on the job, actually. Yeah. The job is like the visa status. It depends on what you're going to do. So a person who is going to do a nanny job or a maid job, the input will be something like 4M.
Everybody tell me yumba.
Yeah, 4M, 3M, depending on which country. If it's Saudi, maybe like 3.5. Dubai, 4.
Depends.
Yes.
Wow.
But since we were going as security, they told us, security, this is the amount you're supposed to pay.
Wow. So before we get into the security thing, because that's very interesting, knowing that wavakuwa manager sports betting, now they are telling you get call about security, even though Simo Uganda. We'll get there. But first, what I want to know is, how long did the process take? Everything until you left Uganda until Fulumiro process yatwala banga.
That process took something like 4 months.
Okay, not long.
No, it was actually long.
Yeah, because you badly wanted to, but actually 4 months is not long to chase on, getting out of Uganda. It's not so long.
It wasn't, because that time it was something like a new thing and companies were still genuine. They will tell you, you know what, there is no visa, you have to wait. And people who are not patient, they withdrew their money. Because we have some colleagues of ours, we deposited in the bank together and all that, but they weren't patient. So they had to withdraw the money. But me, deep down inside me, I knew I badly needed this. Whether it's going to take a year, I'll wait. Yeah.
So now the most interesting part, security. After they told you that security is the job we have for you, what came to your mind? First thing!
Okay, first thing, I thought that security visa is going to come from Dubai. Yes, because my major country was Dubai. Even when I was registering, I told them, Njagala Dubai. Yeah. Then when the visas came, Nebatugamba, you know what? The available visas now are for Qatar. And the guy was honest and told us, for Qatar, I'm sorry, the salary is not so high. There is no enjoying like you're going to be enjoying the whole time. The whole time it's going to be work. It's not like Dubai, you'll get out.
But they tell you the salary there and then what you should expect.
Yeah, they told us. Yeah.
So nebakugamba ogenda kola wa security, how did you feel?
Nasooka nempuliramu bubi. Nengamba, first of all, I wanted something I can brag about. Like I'm a supermarket attendant.
Or snapping,
I know, like
Walimu malls.
Like njagala bano bembadde nkola nabo ba manager, fellow managers, did you see her?
So typical.
Oh my God.
I know, oh dear.
But when things came out like security, I was like, how much? And the guy told us for Qatar, 1.4. But for Dubai security, it's 2. 2.5.
The difference is very big.
I was like, now I can't wait for a Dubai visa. I'll take a full year waiting for this. No. So netuyingira omwezi omulala, the next month, but you're depositing. Because right now we had to make an interview. Like someone came from Qatar. The company came from Qatar to Uganda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to take interviews of us, our heights, the English, how comfortable are you with people.
Seriously.
I know.
Security.
I'm telling you.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm learning a lot. So anyway, so did they break it down for you? This is what doing security really entails? Did they tell you chino chokola chino na chino?
Not from Uganda. Yeah, from Uganda basically they just took our measurements for the uniforms also. our heights, and also they didn't take like fat people, like someone who was too heavy, because like you can't stand for long.
Yeah,
and this is a standing job.
Yeah, and you stand for hours. How many hours do you work for normally?
Some work for 12 hours, but the company I was blessed with, we were working for 8 hours.
Oh, that's nice. Wow, so was it your first time traveling?
Yes.
How did it feel?
Oh,
were you like the girls? I've seen a lot of girls on the plane and they are all dressed in the same, okay, let me call it uniform. They are all dressed in the same t-shirts and same bottoms, and most of the time they are covered, you know. And so was your company like that as well, or?
The company that brought us from Uganda,
yes,
gave us t-shirts. Actually, we bought them, I think, 5,000 Ugandan shillings. Yeah, we had to dress on those t-shirts.
About how many were you?
We came, all of us Ugandans, we were approximately 14.
Okay, that's quite a big
at the
number.
same
and
time.
You were all coming to Qatar.
And we were all coming to Qatar.
So that gives you a bit of confidence, like you're not alone, right?
Indeed.
So how was your first experience on the plane?
First experience?
It was Qatar Airways, right?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
It was a straight flight. The experience was from home, because I had to sleep at my dad's house. Oh my God. My dad was praying for me the whole time.
Oh,
my dad is a good prayer warrior. Yes, we prayed and prayed and prayed.
Bambi.
Yeah, because something I didn't tell you, here in paying, I didn't have enough savings. My dad didn't have enough savings with him as well. So I had to call my dad in for some help. I really bless God for him.
Bless
Yeah,
him.
he helped me a lot. So he gave me some of the money. My dad also gave me some of the money. And imagine the company that took me had to pay for me the remaining balance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
As in a way of like a loan, like later you would pay them off your salary?
Yeah, because my visa was already out, because I passed the interviews and they had nothing to do, and they couldn't switch the visa because the visa was already in my names and the money wasn't enough. So that's how God blessed me. And that man, I think he's called Mr. Gordon. Yes, he said, okay, let her go. When she reaches there, she'll pay us.
That's very good.
I was so
He was
happy.
so considerate.
Yes, my dad was so happy.
Wow. So on the plane, that's where I went. How did it feel? How was it with all of you guys?
On the plane, some of the people I came with, they had worked before.
Okay.
Yeah, they had worked as maids in other countries, so they were coming on their first job, like a security, like a good job. For me, I didn't have any experience with the plane. So it was like, oh my God, I was updating everyone.
And were you scared of the skies? You know, when the plane was flying?
When the plane was starting, I had to take a video, send it to my dad, send it to my dad-in-law, send it to my siblings. I'm like, guys, I'm on board. And everyone was like, Banange, tugenda kunyumira tusimbudde, like ng'osimbulidde ddala, that's when we'll know you've made it.
Ennyonyi nga kiwedde kubanga experience era kayitaga interview yayo yokka. I love that kubanga everyone has their own story for their first flight.
I know.
So bw'otuuka kati mutuuse Doha, kuba mutuukira Doha.
Yes.
Company yeba receivinga kibeera kitya?
Twatuuka ku arrivals ne batuwa ekipande. Already walindooza baba bateereddeyo ekipande ekyo, ate nno ffe nze nali sitambuddeko nga simanyi kye ekipande kyaki.
Kati bakibaweera eri oba bakibaweera ku arrival?
Bakituweera wano eno ku arrival ku Hamad.
Okay.
Naye ono omuwala eyakikwata ye yali yakolako ng'era amanyi yuzi yaakyo, the fact that twali bangi.
Nga ye mugezi.
Nga ye mugezi, hamula yatutegeerera. Ye akyaliwo wano eddoha.
Akyaliwo. Nice.
She's called Carol. My greetings. I love you so much in Sereko.
Wow, nice. Okay.
So, ye yatutegeerera n'akikwata. And she told us we need to show this as we move, so that the person who is supposed to receive us recognizes us. Okay. So we moved in a queue. Tuli bangi ne tujjako emigugu, tuleese kasooli, tuleese lumonde,
mujja na buli kimu balugu.
Olwo batugambye eri muceere mungi.
I know, my God.
Naleeta ensawo y'amatooke, abaana ne baleeta lumonde, abaana bannange.
Nga teweeraliikiridde nabo onaagatereka.
Nga batugaye waliyo fridge mugasa mu fridge oba n'ogaala wansi ku cement.
Then you get to someone who receives you.
Yeah, netulinda twagenda okulaba waliwo omusajja ajja ng'alina ekipande kyekimu nga kye tulina kiriko ebigambo nno bya Luwalabu.
Kati mwategera
kati kwe kutegeera nti eyo kampani yaffe gye twajja okukolera erinnya lyeryo era tuzze nga ba security guard.
Mwenna mwajjanga ba security?
Yes. Ffenna twajja omulundi gumu era nga tuzze okukolera ekitongole kyekimu.
Yeah. It was much easier.
Ne batureceivinga banange ebbugumu lyali lingi.
Mwatuukanga temperature ziri mu 50 awo yali summer.
Yali summer September.
Ng'eyena yennyini.
Twagamba kiki kino ne tugamba omusajja we are not breathing. Ng'empewo it's humidity.
Yes.
Ne tufuluma wabweru banaye nga tutuuya wabweru naye nga muda ACs are okay naye wabweru ng'ekibugumu we are breathing in that humidity. Yeah, nga tuteeka mu bus n'emigugu gyaffe ne tugenda ne batugamba tugenda ku accommodation. Company yali yatufunidde ewokusula nga we tulina okutuukira.
Before you go to the places of work?
Yes. Mulina okutuukira we mulina okusula. Biringa ebisulo. Ne tuvugawo akagenda awo naye nga tugenda twetegereza.
Mwayita mukooye? Nga
tukooye naye nga twetegereza tugamba owange. Biri bye tuwulira bituuka ku bali. Wekinantuukako mmanyi ew'okuyita. So tujja tulaba amakubo tunulira amatala buli wamu nga waliwo amatala.
No waliwo ettaala ddo enyirira.
Bwali
kiro when you landed? Yes, it's very beautiful at night.
Amatala mangi mu kkubo. Ne tutuuka ne batugamba weewano banange emmimi nga kalina zinyirira.
Badde manyi babatuusiza wabi. Wali walungi wazibu.
Natunulira bwe nti ne ngamba wangi.
Nfe abagenda okusula wano.
Agenda okusula wano.
Oh, so cute.
I was so happy. I was so excited. Ne ngamba ku kisaawe twagulayo lines. Kuba batugamba mulina okugula kati lines okussa mu ssimu. Kuba ze mudde nazo tezikola. Ne batuwa internet awo bambi. Wi-Fi kyekisookera ddala. Nnyo. Ne tuteekako ne tukubira abeeka baneetutuuse. WhatsApp ne basanyuka. Kale naffe katwebake. Obwedda tetwebase we are waiting.
Of course. Nga beeraliikirira.
Yeah.
Kati baabasuza batya mu ruumu mwasulangamu abantu nga bameka?
Awo.
Mwe waali obuzibu?
Awo sijja kulimba. The facilities were good. Ekizimbe kyali kipya naye nga butanda. Kibira ffe waffe Kampala tusula ku bitanda byaffe. Abaana baffe be basula mu buddeeka.
I know.
Wano buddeeka.
Awo n'omanya nti kati siri waka.
N'emanya kati nno kitabuse.
Yes. Bintu bita embeera etandise.
Jjukira nga twajjanga abantu
14.
Kati abantu nga 7 ne batuteeka mu ruumu emu n'obutanda 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Ne tugamba omukyala we wana tugamba eyo. Twagenda okulaba babukyusizza kati kuliko 2 1 2 1 2. Ne batulaga fridge muteeke wano ebintu mukole mutya. Kale ngeri ffe gye twajja abangi ffenna we weren't so bored and
it was okay.
And abasinga baali batambuddeko so they knew. N'emmere yaayo kale nga tetugimanyi muceere but you have to get used to it.
Kati most of the time stories zetuwulidde zigamba nti bwe mutuuka mu bifo gye balina okuba receivinga baconfiscatinga passports zammwe. Did this happen to you? Babajjako passports?
Yes. Bazitujjako.
Do they give you a reason as to why?
Olwali okutuuka I think the fact that we are so desperate tuve ewaka n'ebizibu banaye mimi ng'ogamba nze passport ye kyeki bugitwala n'enkola kasita ntuuse nze ngenda kukola ate nga tumanyi ge mateeka nga bakugambirawo munnange ozze kukolera eno kampani naye yina okutwala passport okuba oli mukozi waffe tujja kujjanjaba tujja kukola buli kimu ne woba oyagala okuddeeka ojja kuddayo.
So none of you got scared nogamba because nga wakatuuka mu nsi empya the only identity you have is your passport. That's the only identity card. That's the only thing ekikwogerako kyoba okola ki kyoba olina. So none of you got scared nti lwaki bazitujjako n'abuuza ku bibuuza awo. None of you?
Tetwabuuza kubanga amateeka baagatugamba eri ye nti bwe mutuuka eri passport mulina okuziwa mukamaawo azitereke mpozi amateeka bwe ganaakyukamu era indeed amateeka gaakyuka for Qatar right now passport tebagitwala naye ffe we twagira mu 2017
nga weebiri
n'akatabo ko ka yellow book tulina ka yellow book e Kampala toyita ku kisayi nga tokalina obibawa
kati bannange ekintu nze ekyokunzijako ekitambulisho kimu kyokka kyennina anyways so none of you asked anything ne bazitwala so bazitwala mpaka ddi babeera nazo for as long as your contract is still going on or there is a point batuuka ne bazikuwa because sometimes they would take them for registration purposes nti bagenda zitwala oba bafunire Qatari ID oba biki ebintu bwe bityo okubayingiza mu system y'eggwanga so how was it bazibawa at certain point oba nedda
kati batujjako passport ezo ne batuwa visa copy visa zaffe jukira visa ye bamanyago ate zino ensi zaakula dda in that olusteppinga mu ggwanga lyabwe bwoti details baba zirina ne batuwa ekipapula ekyo era ekipapula ekyo ng'otambula nakyo that visa copy
nga kyekikwogerako
nga kyekikwogerako ne photocopy ya passport so they staple it ne gundi eyo era nga buli woolaga ogiragayo ogenda mu supermarket waliwo akuyimiriza ekipapula kyange kyekino ndi ku visa until kata ID yo bwefuluma which is the ndagamuntu eyo bwefuluma no need to work with your visa because your visa has even expired like was back 3 months
3 months visa
so you
don't visit visa or work visa
it's a work visa but they give you a grace period of 3 months so kubanga ofunye ID within that period of time
so ngatona bakufuna ID did you guys get deployed at work already IDs nezibasangayo mwalina kusooka kufuna identity cards
mune twalina kusooka kufuna IDs
so for 3 months you guys didn't work
so it's not like the company took 3 months no lino tteeka lya government nti within 3 months newoba n'obuzibu butya oba olina okuba nga ofunye ID gyeje emyezi gye bakuwa
so how long did it take for you guys to get your IDs
like 1 month and a half or 2 twali tufunye IDs
kati mweri ebbanga nga mukola ki
training
kati awo mugenda kati
twasoma
seriously so you sit in class ne babasomesa oba mugenda mu field ne I don't know mukwata mundu mukuba busaale someone told me muvubuka akolera wano yangamba mimi nze nkuba kasaale so I mean training ebeera etya what do they teach you
banange training eyo esookera ddala mutulya ddala mu class ne bajjayo projector ne musomera ddala
ne mukola ebibuuzo
n'ebibuuzo ddala era bw'obigwa n'oddamu
kati eyagala ebibuuzo buli kimu okola ebibuuzo
so batusooka tusomesa mateeka agafuga eggwanga
makulu nnyo wano tubizannyiramu
olina okutambula n'ekikwogerako tolina kuseka nnyo n'abasajja bannange twagamba kiki kino
you've reminded me I'm sorry okusala to cut you short someone told me nga nakajja wano if you're moving for example on the street or you're with a friend or your brother temukwatagana mu mikono bajja kubasaba marriage certificate
thank you very much we were so scared
well I was scared being that nze naturally I have more male friends than girls so ngera nze mmanyi bambi ekyo kyo ndowooza bandikinkwatiramu very easily so I was very scared and in my head I'm like but why omuntu atambula ne marriage certificate mu kyenye
that's what they told us. This is what we found here. We were like, even if you have a male friend, hello. And don't stare in their eyes like, hi, how are you? And they told us,
so funny.
If you meet a Qatari man, don't overlook at them. Even if it's a woman, don't overlook at them. She will find like, the man will think you're attracted to them or something. Even their women will think the same.
Wow, amazing. So training etwala bbanga ki?
Training eyo yali mpanvu ate nga buli lunaku tusoma pozi kyesakugambye when you come in training tebakusasula ssente ze mwateesa ku contract
anti oba
tonnatandika kukola
kati naye nga babawaayo upkeep
baali batuwa upkeep era bazitugamba tugenda kubawa sente bweziti zikuyambeko okulya naye jjukira twava n'amabanja ekamene
nga gwomanyi bw'otuuka wano after 1 month ogenda
kusasulirawo naye ovuddeyo nakubanja taata wange waliwo gye yeewola bamubanja. He's also expecting that, so you have to keep on explaining to the people back home, you know what guys, I'm still in training, I don't have the money yet. So for the first month don't expect any salary. The second month, as long as you're still in training, it's the basic salary you're supposed to be getting.
Banange bintu tebiba byangu. So bwe mwamalirizaawo, were you guys deployed in the same place oba baba deploying mu companies nga ziri different?
Kakati bwe twamala training eyo kubanga tuba ne MOI training eyo bakukebera ne health yo osotya, how are your lungs, omusaayi
But I guess
guyimiridde
that's being done for all employees in Doha, for most companies.
Yeah, I think for the security they do it more oba kubyomusaayi kuyimirira, do you have hepatitis B or something, bintu bwe bityo.
Naye bintu ebyo temwabikola Uganda?
Twabikola mwana wattu
neera nembiddamu.
Nange
I went through the same process. Okay, great.
So most of us, I should say, twavayo nga tuli bulungi netugenda ku kisaawe ekisaawe ekikulu ekya Hamad era batugenda tugenda kukola kisaawe.
It was a bit new that time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit new.
Like 2-3 years into operation, because when I came, I remember I actually came the first day Hamad opened officially. That's when I arrived in Doha. It was in 2014. So it was still a bit new when you guys came.
Yeah, it was. So probably.
So were you excited to work at the airport?
Oh my goodness, Mimi.
It was now it became a dream job.
Banange, because at first I thought mama tuzenga ba security, tuenda kola bichi, tuenda kola bichi, but only to find out I'm going to work in Hamad, and I'm chose because balondamu ne bagamba mwe mugenda kola mu Hamad. Simanyi kye basinzirako. Abalala bagenda kola mu field, because it was called the field division.
What do they do?
Nga ku masomero, you are security guard at a school, a security guard at a mall, at a restaurant, something like that. But us, we were chose to go in the airport.
But the salary remains the same, regardless of where you're working?
The salary actually faba airport, zeyongeramu.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, zeyongeramu something like nusu bibiri. Which is emitwalo abiri ag'ekampala. Yeah, because of the makeup for the ladies.
Hey, you have to make up.
Oh, that's how we learned.
So they taught you, even as a security guard, you need to make up.
You need to make up as long as you're going to work in HIA.
Kati olwo nga wa makeup ayingiriramu wagwa agenda. So anyway, what was your part? What were you doing exactly? Waliwo bana batula ku computer okulaba people who are going through the scanner, and then there are these ones abakwata kana account, whatever they call it, to scan umuntu. So gwe wali okola chi exactly?
Kati no obyo tunaona kutegera mimi kije tugenda kukola munda mu kisaawe naye nga tumanyi according to the grooming standards for the airport you have to have makeup on.
Fantastic. This is new to me.
Especially
no wonder they are always made up. Wow.
Especially the lipstick. Oof. That has to be a must. That's why batwongererako ffe abawala ebibiri.
This is interesting.
Yeah, which is 200 for Uganda. You have to do it. But for people who are working in the field,
So do you have like a grooming check when you're going?
Yes.
Wow. When you're going to work, someone has to see that you're looking perfect.
Yes.
Hey.
In the accommodations, jetusula.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Company etekawo omuntu atulabirira. Era bwe tuba tugenda ku mulimu mukola assembling, it's like an assemble point. Bakebera enjala ne bakebera face, your hair and your grooming wagolodde.
Security.
Hamad.
Okutambula kulaba
kudda kunyumya. Yeah.
Wow. So how was your first day at work and what were you assigned to do exactly?
My first day at work, airport it divided into two. Tuyina secondary and primary. Kati nze banteeka mu second, which is the US flights.
Okay.
Katulina okukebera that we have to check the passengers, their safety on board before they take their flight.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
So you used to go on board the aircraft?
No, on the gates.
Just on the gates?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were on the boarding gates. We check for the passport, the details, if it's matching with the boarding pass. Yeah, we need to check for that. We need to check what do they have in your bag. You don't have to have any metallic item. You don't have to have water and all that. And also your bag would go through the scanner, which is the X-ray, and we check for further details.
And that's it.
And that's it. And then the passengers will board. We clean the gates, not basically cleaning down, but arranging our equipments and all that.
Wow.
It. Yeah.
So first day, was it very tiring? Around how many people do you deal with? Must be a lot, because for US flights, what I know from my experience, they are always full. They are big aircraft, so it's a huge number of people you had to deal with.
A lot, and being in airport taught me a lot. Like you have to be vigilant. You have to have eyes here and eyes at your back. So it kept me so awake. Not like people who go and like security guards, abakola mu malls, they have their phones with them at work. Omwana akola n'essimu ye, she sits down with the phone chatting. But in airport it was totally different. When they start boarding, tustulensawo. Oh, anti olina okugimukwatira from down to put it on the X-ray belt.
Is that a must? Is it a part of your job description?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You have to. I mean, how would a passenger who paid a lot of money hold their bag and it's heavy, put it on the X-ray belt?
It's their bag. Anyway, so, oh my God. So, Katioro, that's your first day at work. Did you face, because there are claims that, you know, some people, Baba Soso Day, they've been working with people, they're racist to them. And did you get any of this when you started working? Really?
Yes.
With your fellow workers or with the passengers you were dealing with?
Even with the fellow workers, even with the fellow team, the passengers themselves. A passenger would literally look at you and like, no, you're not touching my bag.
No.
Yeah.
It's just a bag, hello.
Like, no, don't touch my bag. Can you please call someone else to check my bag? Oh.
Did you ever ask them why?
No way. You need to step aside.
But that's your job.
Yeah, this is my job, but a passenger is a customer and they have a right. So, he'll tell you,
this is getting really interesting.
Yeah.
So did you ever report this to any of your bosses or something?
No, I didn't report it.
Because it's unacceptable.
I didn't report it because it is, but still they'll tell you the passenger is right, a customer is right.
Right.
I'm doing the same job as my white colleague is doing. So if he wants this one to touch the bag, it's okay, go ahead. Because first of all, in the airport, ladies search the ladies in Qatar, and men do it for the men. Yeah. So if she's not comfortable with you, then you've put the burden off me, so I'll give it to someone else.
Great. So what are some of the other challenges that you faced in this job?
First of all, standing.
How many hours were you working for in a day?
8 hours with 1 hour break. That's 9 hours. But working was 8. So plus the 1 hour's break is 9.
9 hours altogether. And how many days in a week?
6 with 1 day off.
Oh, so just 1 day off?
Yes.
Okay. So did you ever get any kind of support, or do you have access to your company? Do they have a corresponding office here that, for example, you can go and speak to them to address your issue?
No. Bw'otuuka wano era bakugamba wali e Kampala otuuse bulungi ebyange biwedde. Omulimu gwange gwali gwa kutwala Qatar. Oyagala kukola kyekyo otuuse nneesonyiwa.
So I guess that's why abaana abafuna obuzibu bwe butyo babufuna, because there is no supporting team.
Yes. Actually,
obeera fully in the hands of your bosses.
Of your employee.
Wow.
Actually, waliwo n'omwana yafuna obuzibu. She was checked in Uganda healthy. We did tests in Uganda. She was healthy. She didn't have TB. After paying all that amount of money, natuka wano okumuddamu check up, namugamba nnyo ndi mulwadde. Ngagamba what? She was like, no, I made this test. I did. When she called the office back in Uganda, they're like, no, our job is done. Our job was to take you. Otuse. So my dear, find a way of settling this out.
No way.
The lady,
but do they give you a return ticket? Obeera ne return ticket yoba nedda?
When?
Ng'ova e Uganda?
No.
Baba one way ticket?
One way? Why would you even return yet you paid your money?
Well, togenda kufiirayo, it's a contract that is 2 years, 1 year, whatever.
And I mean, it's not easy. Me, I remember the first week naral ngankaba.
N'omanya abasawo bano bwe balimba obulwadde. So many people. I have a friend of mine bamugamba alina liver problem. Ne bamuteeka mu ddwaliro weeks bbiri nga bakanya muteekako mazzi. Okutuuka e Uganda nga ne liver ye erinako wala.
Oba nono mwana balimba.
So that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
To be honest, amalwaliro gano si malungi wadde n'akatono. I highly doubt that yalina obulwadde obwo.
True. Because they started injecting her here, not even in the muscle. Here, wolabira skin, Mimi. And we're like, how would they inject you? There's no muscle. In the flesh? Then if it goes down, you have a problem. If it comes up, we told her, you know what, maybe your destiny was not here.
So she had to go back.
She had to go back.
Kati olwo ticket yagijjawa?
Bamugulira bano.
Bano abawano?
Abawano bamugulira ticket naddayo, but forget about the ticket, Mimi. What about the money? You've not even started working. Yes. You've not started working kusasula mabanja. Yeah.
Wow. Quite a story. Oh my God. A lot happens.
A lot.
But you still see millions of girls every time I fly home. I tell you, half the aircraft is full of girls going to either Saudi, Dubai, or coming here.
I know.
Regardless of all these things that happen.
Thank you. That is
so it. After how long did you get to go home? Did you ever get to go home, go chali mogwo mulimu?
After 2 years, Mimi.
So tosobola genda ko wakapanga nga contract ewedde.
Kale, according to the contract, you can go home after 1 year. But you pay your ticket to go and your ticket to return, and that month is not paid for. Yeah, it's not like tonna malako contract.
Kwegamba kiremya.
And let me tell you, to go. Oh, ositana. Obika, olina okubika omuntu.
Waliwo yafudde ate nga mukulu nnyo mu family.
Iye, ne bakusaba nno ne ku bifaananyi tulageeko.
Tebabasaba death certificate.
Ne death certificate olina okujja nayo.
Take it.
What's the proof?
There's just something about this country.
And,
death certificate balina ogikusaba. Ekyo kyo nkimanyi.
As a must, at least todda. So
most of you just opt for not going back. Pakanga contract ewedde. But when the contract ends, bakuwa ticket ekuzayo.
Yes, bakuwa ticket, and also if you're going to come back, they give you a return ticket, and also they will pay for your that month. Kampala, though you're not at work, they have to pay for your vacation.
So are you the one who asks for the renewal of your job contract, or they offer you until, we can take you in again, Bobo Yaga?
They are always ready to take you in. It's up to you. They're always ready. There's nothing like they want you to go unless you've done something against the government or you really, really don't want to work. Yeah, but there's always that chance.
But was your salary coming on time and all this? You never got issues with salary and all?
I thank God. Yeah, I don't remember that.
You were lucky.
Yes, at least before 10th. I had my salary. Not like they used to give it to me like boom, but at least I knew before 10th, 8th, I will be having my salary. Yeah.
Wow, that's good. At least never bakuwa sente ntono, but when it comes on time, it gives you a way to plan for it. No manya bosubizo basubiza mabanja golido jagasasula on time. So I think that's okay. So your 2 years ended with that
the same company.
With the same company, security. And then did you go home after that?
Yes. Actually, when nali wano nafuna emikwano mingi.
Okay, that's
good. I got so exposed, the fact that I was working in airport. Nalabanga nnyo abaana ba Qatar Airways banengamba egomba.
Nga tuli basufu.
Mimi, that has been my dream, that has been my everything.
Oh dear.
When I was working on airport, just to say hi to her, ngayamba daka account. I used to tell my friends. trust me, one day mujja kundaba nga muli wano mu security nga mbayita.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah, so when my contract was about to end, I went for a course.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to do something regarding airport and airline.
Okay, wafuna obudde obubikola ng'ojabulinga with work.
Yes,
That's
so I
good.
went for a course for airport and airline management.
Was it free or you had to pay for
I
it?
had to pay.
Well,
It's not so bad.
affordable.
It's not so bad. It's not like so affordable, but at least the zilya nezigenda.
You sacrifice.
Let me sacrifice to get this course. You never know what it will do for me.
You did it online or did you
I
have
did
to
it
attend practical
here.
classes?
Yeah, practically. There are
Okay.
schools here where you want to study something.
So was it airport security or is it airline aviation security?
No, it's not actually security, like ground handling.
Okay.
Mbia security.
Yeah,
I want to upgrade.
Yes.
So I was like, let me go for this course. Maybe it will help me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course,
to get
of
a
course.
better job in Qatar Airways
Yeah,
since I
it
was
would.
working in airport.
Wow.
Yeah, so
How long was the course?
it's just a short course of 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah. So ngawo contract enatera okuggwako, I told them I'm not going to renew my contract.
They
So-
didn't force you
No,
to do anything.
no, they can't.
Okay.
Yeah, unless there's shortage of staff, they'll tell you, can you please give us like 1 month?
Some more time.
We hire some staff, then
And
you
then we
can
let you
go.
go.
Yeah. But they were like, oh, Doreen, it's okay if you're not ready to renew.
Okay. So when you finished your course, you have to resign or
My contract had finished.
So it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. So they had to give me my ticket back home.
and then this is the time they give you your passport.
Actually, sorry, okuzake mabega. Like after 1 year, Qatar changed.
That's
the
when the law
rules.
changed. Okay.
Yeah, the rules changed, and they told every
Company
please give the passports back.
to the employer.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
then you were
trust
in
me,
possession of your passport.
Yeah, I think that eryeteeka lyajja leero. And it was all over social media. You should give back the passports to the employees.
So
and all
nga
that.
tebalina kyakukola balina
After
ziba.
2 days, our passports were there. Yeah, we were so happy at least.
But
to
before
have
that, in between that time, before the law was changed, if you ever needed your passport, walinga osobola ogendayo n'ogibasaba ne bagikuwa.
it. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was more like safe custody for your passport, I guess.
It was safe.
Okay.
Especially bino tuweereza ssente Kampala, Western Union ekusabye passport,
Yeah, of course. they
something
used to.
like that. You ask for it and they will give it to you, and then you will take it back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. So briefly, let's go into you going back home now for the first time after 2 years, seeing your babies, your family. Like, how was it?
My God, Mimi, oyinza okuseka n'enkulaga akafaananyi. Ekika kyonna.
Tujja kalabo ojja katwano ku Queens tukalabe.
I'm telling you, ekika kyonna. The family of my husband, like the family of the father
The
of my
father of your
children.
babies, yes.
Hey, it's a very big family. They
They all
came.
came.
They were
Where
all
airport?
making phone calls. When are we going for Mommy Treasure? When are we going for Mommy Treasure?
So you get to meet your family. How was it seeing your kids after 2 years?
Oh, it was so
You
awesome.
must have cried.
Yeah, I did, but they were not really so
Tears of
attached to
joy.
me.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you had been away from them for so long and for the first time.
Yeah, they were so much attached to my mother-in-law and other in-laws and all that, but I was so glad I was home. My dad had arranged a small feast at home, so everyone was waiting for me.
Wow.
Yeah, I was so
nice.
happy. Actually, I was able to buy a plot of land.
Oh, that's
Yes.
fantastic news. You did so great for yourself in such a short time.
Yeah, I had to thank God for that.
Well done. Tebikoleka.
I know.
Tebikoleka. So then, because then wagenda contract eweddeko, so how do you get to come back? Byali bitya?
So to come back, jukira eri nali nkyali nsobola okudda naye nze yabagamba, guys, you know what, I want something better.
I want something different.
I want something different, so I will come back on my own visa.
Okay.
So when I took a Kampala,
But
immediately...
wali onoonyezaako ku connections on how you can get a visa?
Yes, I had very good connections. Ugandans who were here already on their own visas. Some of them were driving Karwa buses,
okay.
limousines, and all that. So I wanted that free life. You know, being under a company, you're
I
like
know.
a kid.
You're like in school. I know what you mean.
What time are you coming back? what time did she come back? What time did she do this? But here, it's your own world and you have to hustle it out.
Yeah.
So I got a visa and came back.
So then you came on a visit visa?
No, it's a working visa.
Working visa. So you got a job first when you were there and they sent you a visa? Or?
No, I had to buy the visa actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Our visas for Qatar are different than Dubai. For Dubai, you can get a visa online and you go. For Qatar, you can't. You still have to be under a company. Though you're on your own, this is your own visa, but you're under a company. Yes, actually a sponsor. So my sponsor was a limousine company.
Okay.
So I came in Qatar as a driver, but I wasn't going to drive any car.
Okay, but you came on that visa.
Yeah, so that...
Was it not so costly, as in...
It was.
Depending on how you came before?
It was. Trust me, it was.
But you had your money?
Yes, I had saved for it, and also I had a friend who helped me a lot. Also topped up also my ticket. Yeah, because this time round I was coming as an individual, not as under company. I have to know where to sleep, what to eat, get out, look for a job.
Because you're all by yourself. Wow.
Yeah.
So what do you do now? Long story short, so what do you do now?
Right now I'm a cashier.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a cashier in a company, it's called Leisure. Okay. Basically under Virtuous City. Yeah, we do gaming stuff like PlayStations, PlayStation 4, 5, VR, and all that. Yeah. So tukola mu mall and it's a lot of work.
Wow. But it's definitely a better job and a different experience compared to what you were doing.
It's so much better that I'm not in a cage. My mind is open. I can get out of this job anytime I want.
Wow.
Like boom, I'm out, guys. I'm not going to work with you because I got something better. And also I'm planning to go on for another course as well.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's
so
good. Keep going.
It's free, like it's a free world.
And it pays you better, of course, compared to how it was before.
Definitely. But still it was a struggle.
Wow, I know. It's never easy, especially this is not home for us. So things cannot be the same for sure. So nothing comes really easy. You have to hustle for every single thing you get.
Definitely.
Right? So how is this job now?
This job, I love it because I went for it.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful to God that I'm not where I used to be. At least I'm here. And I still trust God that I'll be somewhere still I want to be.
Was it easy for you to get that job when you came back?
Oh, when I came back, I actually didn't start with this job. No. When I came back, Mimi, it will take us another hour.
We need another episode of Queens.
Yeah, but to cut the long story short, when I came back, it was around COVID.
Okay.
Mimi.
Everything was upside
Mimi,
down.
I hustled.
Of course.
Mimi, I hustled. Mimi, I went in a chiyumba.
Hey!
Hey!
Wanedoha?
Yes, but not staying there,
but working in a chiyumba.
Working because I had to generate money for my ID. You need to make your ID, you pay for it. I had to sleep. You need to do your accommodation by yourself. That's why people in Uganda shouldn't look at us like, Ali bulungi. She should give me this. She should do this.
So, wagendako mu bed space?
Yeah. Nagendako mu bed space. Yes, and I have a very good friend of mine. He's called Graham. Thank you so much, Graham. He showed me the real way. Because the ladies I came with on a free visa, Mimi, they ended up in prostituting. Because they felt like they didn't have any other option, and it's so hard. I told them no.
I've met quite a lot of them actually.
Yeah. I was like, this is not how I was raised. I will go hustle. And this friend of mine was always telling me, Doreen, I'm even surprised you can do this. I went to people's houses, cleaned their toilets, cleaned their kids, cleaned this, until she comes back. Nemfuna akasente. Actually, for my ID, there is one lady, Sudani. Yangamba oli mu sente meka overstay, because I natuka ko nem overstay. Yeah, and this lady Sudanese, I had helped her in a part-time job. Yankubira nangamba, Doreen, my spirit is telling me you're not fine. What's bothering you?
That was God.
That was God.
Yeah.
I hesitated and told her, don't worry. She told me, no. You're not okay. Tell me. I told her, you know what, I'm in overstay. I need this amount of money. Unkola part-time jobs at sente ziwera. You go somewhere, they give you like chikumi, dividi, bisatu, but I had friends with me who were helping me, who were pushing me. They were like, Doreen, you can do it. That lady, Mimi, gave me 2,500 Qatar riyals.
No way. For giving quarter.
Yangamba, Doreen, do your
Wow.
ID. Polifuna sent sasula.
Wow.
Don't pressure yourself. And imagine I told you about a friend of mine called Graham as well, also, who paid my ticket, who did my well-being. Unsule bulungi, have a good night rest, go to work, do this. My fellow girls, they were like, me, I'll go and sell my body. Yeah, but
I know.
I know. It's not easy.
It's not easy, but well, amazing. Doreen, your story, I think we can go on and on and on, because I love hustlers and I love young girls who choose not to throw pity parties for themselves. Let me find the easy way of doing things. That's not how it works. Life is different. Kumala sente zezo zonna nojano mazima katonda ngekikulese kwetunda. You can do better for yourself. So I'm glad that you have shared that with us, and I'm gonna ask you for your last comments. Especially, what would be your advice to the young girls out there who are still running to these companies like their life depends on it? Ngabagenda mu nsinga zino. What would be your advice?
My advice to all my fellow girls, ladies, mothers, especially because the future is female.
It is, yes,
To
girl.
be honest,
you can say that again.
To be honest, if you don't have some little money on you, girl, these men will treat you the way they want.
Trash.
But if you have something on you, you're gonna make yourself proud, you're gonna make your parents proud, your children proud. And I mean, whatever way you have to make some little money, it's okay. These house jobs are not bad. Abachala tulina okukola. Tukolere ddala. Kubanga nze story yange nene nnyo. I've not said it all. It's a lot. I went through a lot to be even having the job I have right now. I did so many house help jobs because we have a very short time, but I just gave you like the surface of it. So we have to be very hardworking. Towekwatibwa kisamuli. Kugamba munange nkoye nnyo munange. No one is going to feel that for you.
Yeah, true.
You got to stand up, okole what you're supposed to do. Please don't give up. Emirimu gy'ekiyumba si mibi, and not all houses are bad. Give it a try. Maybe gwe Katonda yakutonderanga ojja kufuna omuntu omulungi. Yeah, after 2 years, have a vision, have a target. Ogambe, after 2 years njagala kugendako ku kintu kirala, mulimu mulala. Ekirala bannange, let's do some courses. Those courses are very, very good in such countries. Make a small course, it will end up boosting your CV and you'll get somewhere good.
Wow.
Yes.
Amazing. Doreen's story is just incredible. To be honest with you, I want to hear more of her story, especially when she talks about the Chiyumba part, because those are the most common jobs that our sisters do get when they fly out of our country to go into these Arab countries. So if you need to hear more of Doreen's story, please, I would like to know what you think. Put it in the comment section if you want to see Doreen back, and we can continue with her story and listen to the Chiyumba side of her life before she got into the second job she has. So please let us know in the comment section. But for now, this is what we had for you on this episode of Queens. It's hard to let her go, but we have to, because we don't have, all the time in the world.
I know.
But we can have her back if you want that. Please go ahead and put it in the comment section. My name is Mimi. It was great having you here, and thank you for choosing Queens as always. We shall see you in the next episode. Please do take care of yourself, and as a queen, don't you forget to own your crown.